Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats for presentation of today's graduates. Could everybody please rise?
Good morning. Welcome to our graduation ceremony. My name is Principal Wyrick. At this time, please remove all headgear and stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and the playing of our national anthem. Senior Joanna Garcia Lima will recite the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please be seated. I just want to start off by saying, please ensure that we make sure that during this ceremony that we show respect for all of our graduates, that we ensure that we applaud politely for each graduate and limit our cheers so every graduate's name is heard by all attendees. And please remain seated during the entire ceremony. I would like to thank the following stage guests for being with us this morning. We are honored to have from High School Performance Area C, Assistant Superintendent Dr. Faison. And joining us today from the CMS Executive Staff is Deputy Superintendent Dr. Balknight. From our iMeck Academy, we have Assistant Principal Ms. Audrey Lee Bost, Assistant Principal Ms. Lori Draper Rondo. We have Educator Ms. Jasmine Dozier, Educator Mr. Simon Howard, and Educator Mr. Franco Ortiz. Good morning, graduates, families, staff, and honored guests. Today we celebrate not just the end of a chapter, but the journey through a year defined by change, which brought challenges, growth, and ultimately triumph. When this school year began, you didn't know what to expect. iMeck started under the year of the guidance of an interim principal, and change was in the air. Then at the end of November, I had the honor of joining your story. From the very first day, I saw your strength, grit, and ability to keep pushing forward, even when the path wasn't always clear. Change isn't easy. It can feel like the ground is shifting beneath your feet, especially in the final stretch of high school. But you've shown this year that change isn't something to fear, it is something to grow from. You've lived the truth. Each of you faced new leadership, expectations, and obstacles, and you didn't fold. You leaned in, you adapted, you finished strong. And today, you walk across this stage not only as graduates, but as resilient leaders of tomorrow. To our graduating iMeck students, this is your moment. Of all the graduates, 12 are employed, 5 have enlisted, and 23 of you are ready to take the next step towards college. That's not just a statistic, that's the impact, that's progress, that's the purpose. Each number tells a story of a student who didn't give up, who decided to move forward despite uncertainty. You prove that change doesn't define you, how you respond to change does. And nowhere is that more evident than in the remarkable achievements of our students in career and technical education. This year, our graduates earned an impressive collection of credentials and recognitions. 12 students earned National Career Readiness Certificates through WorkKeys, 8 at the silver level, 2 at the gold level, and 2 at the prestigious platinum level, demonstrating exceptional workforce readiness. In total, 25 industry-recognized certifications were earned, including 7 in Adobe Photoshop, 1 in Illustrator, 1 in Premiere Pro, 10 in EverFi's Venture Entrepreneurship Program, 1 in Intuit's Entrepreneurship and Small Business Certification, and 5 in Google Analytics. Beyond certifications, 10 students participated in the CPCC Academy, gaining valuable college and career experience, while 21 students engaged in the First Generation Investors Program, developing critical financial literacy and investment skills. These accomplishments reflect not just technical proficiency, but vision, ambition, and preparation for what lies ahead. These aren't just accolades, they are proof of your initiative, your curiosity, and your drive to prepare for life beyond high school. As you leave here today, remember, life will continue to change, jobs will change, relationships will change, circumstances will shift. But you now carry something powerful, the ability to face change confidently. So, as your principal, and as someone who has had the privilege of walking alongside you through this unique year, let me say this: I am proud of you. Your perseverance has left a mark on me, and I hope you'll carry the lessons from this year with you, lessons of adaptability, courage, and hope. Class of 2025, change brought us together, and now change will carry you forward into the future. Congratulations, graduates. The best is yet to come. At this time, I would like to introduce iMeck Academy, Sean Martigedze and Raymond Lopez for a special student performance. All right, at this time, I would like to introduce our Salutatorian, Joanna Garcia Lima.
Good morning, students, faculty, and families. It's a pleasure to stand here today celebrating the incredible milestone that is Class of 2025. Yeah! Each individual here today with a cap and gown has gone through their fair share of ups and downs. But the most important part of it all is that they are close to leaving high school knowing they made it. Class of 2025, we made it. Yeah! We stand at the finish line of something big and at the start of something bigger. At the beginning, we walked the halls as strangers, but today we leave as a family. People who grew up together and learned more from each other than books could teach us. The diploma you are about to receive isn't just a credential for you to use. It's every night you stayed up late studying for a test, even though you probably questioned yourself if it was even worth the trouble. It's every lesson that life has thrown to you. It's every laugh, every tear, and every moment that you wanted to quit, but you didn't. Some of us leave today knowing what's next, whether that's going to college, the workforce, or enlisting into the military. To those of you who don't know what's next, it's okay, because real success comes from the unknown and daring to face it head on. We'll set foot out into a world that isn't easy, but neither are we. We're the generation that when push comes to shove, we shove back. Because we learned that falling doesn't mean failing. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank the ones who have been my inspirations in life, my parents. Mami, papi, ustedes llegaron a este país no solamente cruzando fronteras físicas, sino también fronteras lingüísticas y fronteras culturales. Ustedes nos dieron a mí y a mis hermanos un futuro que nunca podríamos imaginar. Y por eso yo soy y siempre seré orgullosamente hija de padres inmigrantes. Ustedes me apoyaron en mi decisión de alistarme en el ejército a los 17 años y por eso di todo mi esfuerzo en mis entrenamientos por un año. En una semana me voy a ir y no me van a ver por 3 meses, pero les digo ahora, que voy a estar dándole todo mi esfuerzo para poder hacerlos orgullosos de mí. I made the decision to enlist into the military at the age of 17. Specifically, the most challenging one, the United States Marine Corps. During that period of my life, I didn't know what I'd do post-graduation, but it all came together when I went on a field trip called Undecided Day. I met an individual there who, with their energy and what she stood for, I gravitated towards. She opened my eyes to a new possibility which had never crossed my mind before. So to Staff Sergeant Urena, thank you for everything and being there for the start of my journey. To Staff Sergeant Freckleton, thank you for providing PTs that pushed me beyond my limit and being there in the middle of my journey. To Staff Sergeant Dunn, thank you for helping me improve on my pull-ups and ammo can lifts and being there at the end of my journey. Each of the individuals just named were in some shape or form a recruiter of mine, and for that I'm grateful. Each provided me with a life lesson that I'll carry on with me as the years pass. But they weren't the only people who had an impact on my life. To the other recruiters at RSS Charlotte, Corporal Woolers, Sergeant Anderson, Staff Sergeant LOSA, Staff Sergeant Patterson, and Staff Sergeant Hines, thank you for all you've done. You helped turn an introvert who couldn't scream become one of the loudest in the office. Before I finish my speech, I'd like to take a moment and acknowledge what's currently happening towards the Latino community with the poem I discovered not too long ago. This is Porque Soy Mexicana by Celia. Porque yo soy mexicana, dicen que soy ilegal, pero si tú lees la historia, esta es mi tierra natal. Y tú, gringo americano, tú sí que eres ilegal. Porque yo soy mexicana, aquí me voy a quedar. Y aunque tú pongas la barda, yo me la voy a brincar. Por arriba o por abajo, ni cuenta te vas a dar. Diosito hizo la tierra para todos por igual. Se la dejó a Adán y a Eva el paraíso eternal. Y por su desobediencia nos puso aquí a trabajar. El mexicano no raja, él viene aquí a trabajar. Él no viene a tirar bombas, él no viene aquí a matar. Él viene a rajarse el lomo en el campo y en la ciudad. Dime, gringo americano, dime tú qué haces aquí. Si tú viniste de lejos, tú vienes de otro país. Si el mexicano es mojado, también tú lo eres aquí. Mi orgullo es ser mexicana y no lo voy a negar. Y hasta el cuero se me enchina cuando yo llego a escuchar las canciones mexicanas que a mí me hacen suspirar. Y viva México y viva América, oh tierra sagrada de Dios. Viva México, viva América, la Virgen ahí se quedó. Ya con esto me despido y aquí los voy a dejar. Y si la migra me agarra, yo me vuelvo a regresar. Y aunque los gringos no quieran, aquí me van a enterrar. To the class of 2025, we've become one of the strongest classes of all time, from finishing middle school in the middle of a quarantine and transitioning to high school all the way to graduating as the biggest class of all time. Know that you made history and will be remembered by your peers. I wish nothing but the best for each of you, and I'm proud of the accomplishments you've achieved. This is Joanna Garcia Lima, your class Auditorium, signing off. Thank you. I will now introduce class of 2025, Valedictorian Nayeli Chacon Andrade.
Good morning, families, faculty, staff, and the graduating class of 2025. It is an honor to stand here today in front of my fellow graduates and this community. After years of hard work, we have finally made it. Looking back, there were days when graduation felt far away. But today, we stand together, proving that perseverance makes what seems impossible possible. Today, we celebrate not only graduating, but also everything that brought us here. The friendships, the laughter, the challenges, the small victories. Each moment mattered, and each experience shaped us. Along our path, we had incredible people who lifted us up, guided us, and encouraged us when the road seemed uncertain. To our teachers, thank you for believing in us, even when we didn't believe in ourselves. To our friends, thank you for the laughter you brought us and the fun moments we spent together. And to our families, thank you for always being there, cheering us on, providing support, and making sacrifices we may never fully understand. Most importantly, I'd like to take a moment to thank my parents, who are my greatest motivation and support. Hoy estoy aquí no solo por mis calificaciones, sino también por el gran apoyo y sacrificios de mis padres. A mi papá, que trabaja incansablemente para asegurarse de que no nos falte nada, y aunque no puedo estar en cada evento escolar, sus sacrificios me han dado la oportunidad de estar aquí hoy. Y a mi mamá, mi mayor apoyo, quien siempre ha estado para cuidar de mis hermanas y de mí con amor y dedicación. También, gracias a su esfuerzo incansable, puedo estar aquí hoy. Les dedico este logro porque todo lo que hago es gracias a ustedes. Gracias, mamá y papá, este triunfo también es suyo. I'd also like to thank my sisters for always being there, whether it was to share a laugh or listen to my endless rambling. We've all felt the ups and downs of this journey, the nervous excitement of starting senior year, the bittersweet feeling of saying goodbye, but through it all, we've shared moments that will stay with us forever. The beginning of senior year was scary, and the ending was sad, but it's everything in between that makes it worth it. As we step into the future, remember that you will never know the value of a moment until it becomes a vivid memory. So embrace every opportunity, chase your dreams, and make choices that reflect your passions and aspirations. One day, these moments will become memories. Make them ones you're proud to look back on. The future is in your hands. Cherish your senior year and appreciate the people surrounding you, but most importantly, make yourself proud. Good luck on your upcoming journey, class of 2025. I will now introduce Ms. Dozier and Mr. Howard.
Good early morning, parents, siblings, aunts, uncles, family, both blood and chosen, friends, faculty, distinguished guests, and soon-to-be alumni of iMeck Academy of Global Influencers. Has a nice ring to it. Class of 2025, first and foremost, Mr. Howard and I would like to express our gratitude for granting us the honor of speaking at your commencement ceremony. So with our hearts filled and smiles on our faces, we thank you, we love you. Class of 2025, I would like you to know on behalf of the faculty and staff of iMeck and Cochran Collegiate Academy that beginning in August of 2021, as the first high school class back together after quarantine with masks on your beautiful faces, and also many of you as lifetime Colts in August of 2018, you became our family and our legacy. Don't ever forget. Remember, you didn't succeed or make it to this major accomplishment without support or a village surrounding you. I want you to think of someone who has made this achievement possible. When this ceremony concludes, give this person a call, text, card, a letter, or if none of these things are possible as they are no longer here with us, simply take a moment in your day to think of them. Pay respect and homage to the people who came before you, your family and your ancestors. They walked and ran so you could fly. Lastly, this is only the beginning. Don't let fear keep you from your life. En la cueva en la que temes entrar se encuentra el tesoro que buscas.
They say heroes get remembered, but legends never die. I say both are true, actually, for perception is reality, and energy never lies. So whenever I was writing, I decided to slide this in for one of the illest to ever pick up a pen, who's not only one of the greatest educators to ever answer the calling, but also a phenomenal woman and amazing friend. So before y'all record and quote this, our magnum opus, in case you didn't know it or just failed to notice, as far as poets go, our Shiro is the coldest, and if iMeck was a nation, we'd vote her as our POTUS, because Ms. Dozier, you are the dopest. I love you and I miss you, friend. I just want the world to know it. All right, back to our regularly scheduled program. What is a hero? H-E-R-O. By definition, a hero is a person admired for bravery, courage, or noble qualities, often regarded as a role model or ideal. Derived from the Greek word eros, meaning brave one or warrior, and as you can see, we have plenty amongst us right here. When I became a teacher, my father, the late Dr. Melvin Howard, once told me, the youth expect leaders to be strong, wise, smart, and brave. They expect that leaders don't lie, cheat, or steal. And most important, they expect that leaders don't abandon them. See, a hero shows up even on the hardest days, still shining their light for others even on the darkest days, even when they can hardly see the way themselves and must walk by faith.
A hero's journey begins with the story in a regular world, much like CCIA. A story of triumph, a story of trial and of error. A hero's journey and a villain's origin sound the same in theory, though heroes are underrated. After all, in comics and in movies, the villains do have the best speeches. The difference is, though, a hero understands that the ending is what makes the journey worth it, because history is made when you take the path less traveled. I mean, it can be a little rough, but you can't be a hero if the challenge isn't big enough.
Don't be the next dreamer, Zalima. I mean, that's cool, but I need you to be the next doer. We got enough problems. I need one of you to be the next cure. No matter if you're an aspiring accountant, marine, tattooer, lawyer, doctor, underwater rescuer, nurse, teacher, welder, or TV interviewer, mingling on Milton or passing through Paris like bonjour, get your education, build your empire, and take your show on the road like the GNX tour. If this world were mine, I would place at your feet all that I own, pizza parties every week, MacBooks in every home, fresh J's and Crocs on our feet, sponsorships by Jordan Brand and Under Armour, Starbucks every morning, Stanley Cups for our water, field trips to Egypt and Ecuador, South Africa to DR, Lagos to London, El Salvador to PR. I will give y'all all the love because y'all deserve all the above. You really do. But it's not mine. The world is yours. So Sean, what are you gonna do?
You're always being asked what you want to be. However, we should be asking you what you want to see, what problems you want to solve, how will you evolve? Just like the number 25, your grad year, you're only a quarter of the way finished. Dreams with no action are just an image. So how will you continue, my dear? How will your journey push beyond fear? How will you constantly elevate, unlock the gate, not up for debate? This is not a myth, this is fate. Put negativity in the rear. Allow your dreams to take the driver's seat while you steer. Dreams should be cherished, so put the pedal to the metal, but don't forget to put it in gear. Leave footprints in the sand to influence at least one peer.
Everybody needs at least one person they can rely on, at least one shoulder to cry on. Somebody to block for them while they're reaching for the pylon. I mean, when you look in the mirror, do you see limitations? Because I don't. I see hope, like when I hear the Fair East Side song. Keep your head to the sky, Sean. Get the wind beneath your wings, and don't look down. You gotta believe, Big Steve, and don't stop believing. Don't stop being a blessing to others, and don't stop counting your own blessings. That way you don't stop receiving. So what is a hero? H-E-R-O is someone who's got your back like a barcode. Whether it's your name and lights on the marquee as the star of the show, or you standing outside in the rain guarding the door. Whether you achieved the all-time high score, got all Eagles on the last 3 par 4s, whether you got Ferraris behind your garage door, or you putting 52 cents on pump 1 like you driving a lawnmower. Understand at times we may slip and slide like a car in the snow, and find out our tires ain't quite made for off-road. Even then, just know, you are your own GPS, and it is you who determine where and how far you can go.
According to the former literature professor, Joseph Campbell, a hero's journey goes like this. It's an adventure call. When their back is against the wall, heroes have their fist in the air and they've said it loud, I'm here, I'm me, and I am proud. Heroes seek assistance because they didn't and can't do it alone. Even Outkast Andre and MJ in his heyday had a few assists that had to be thrown. Celebrate your ancestors and your descendants. Even in spite, they saw light, and they did it for your might. And you will Sankofa for those after you. When it seems out of sight, stay in the fight.
We gotta fight because they can't win. And even when you're near the finish line, they move it again. Stay focused, twin. Say no to trends. Never break, even if we bend. And even then, we simply mend. Sometimes your vibrations ain't so high and you just can't find your zen. Sometimes we can't see a way out because we let others control our lens. Sometimes, like Santiago, at crucial points in my novel, my only logical option was to transform into the wind. I say again, sometimes you got to get out of your comfort zone, leave your parents behind and set off on your own, adventure across the desert to chase your dreams and find your treasure. Sometimes there is no Batman utility belt, no Superman cape, no Iron Man suit to help, and no Captain America shield or Black Panther's vibranium. Sometimes there is no Bane in that football stadium.
Sometimes, like Superman's kryptonite and a vampire's daylight, you are your radium. Heroes must depart from their convenient world to complete the end goal with distinction, saving your history from extinction. You may have tears and fears, and it may take years with not many cheers, while treading uncharted waters and completing heroic deeds. Even Professor X had to plant the resistance revolutionary seed. Pac told us there's gonna be some stuff that you're gonna see that's gonna make you smile, not make you smile. With the pain, you can stand the rain, trauma, and trials. They will exist. It's all about acceptance and approach, knowing it's part of the path, but stay steadfast. Make your dreams last, because if your dreams die, word to LH, life is a broken-winged bird that cannot fly. As you are meant to do, be uniquely you. Be one of the chosen, proud, and the few. It can only and will change your view. But whatever you do, connect your deeds, dreams, and path, and keep doing you. To Jay, a musical legend in the making, no mistaking, we needed you here. We need all of you here. Heroes, you must keep your mental at top tier. So when the tough gets going and the going can be so tough, remember in the rough, you are enough. Out of the dust, the sun leaves beautiful waves across the sky. Right there on the brink of give up and buy, the treasure you seek, like who you are to me, is right in front of you, looking you in the eye. The result is what we all look toward. It can be much like an award, but even when they don't reward, heroes keep moving forward because the bar cannot be lowered. Results you will earn, but that should not be the only concern, because when this expedition on 25s is adjourned, heroic lessons will be taught and some will be unlearned. Still like the phoenix, you will rise, no surprise. With each breath you are blessed to come across, it's like a new life, so inhale that victory like a boss. Yes, there will be some loss, but the heroic nature and glory is in you, so just like a barilla, you got the sauce. When they use their power and privilege to silence your voice, it's because they see you illuminating, so continue elevating and rejoice. This may seem like a lot of pressure, but again, remember how diamonds are made. You again are the treasure. Like a Black Grand National, your journey may not check a box or be rational. You don't have to be superhuman or magical. Your journey alone is autobiographical. Keep the focus and don't become sedentary. That's how you prove wrong the naysayers and become real legendary. Long live Phil. To my heroes and heroines, you made me and changed me for the better. Here's my love letter. Your last roll call. Our heroes and heroines, no need to say here or present, but feel free to stand, rise, throw up your hand to be acknowledged in the presence of the greats. Remember that love always conquers hate. Mindful Martha, kaleidoscopic Carla, magnetic Mariella, just Josiah, your dreams and actions will take you higher.
Jazzy, Jewel, Jaslyn, brave Brandon, your heroism you won't abandon.
Zilful Zulima, noble Nayeli, sincere Saida, keep the spirit, cause you got that fire.
Kind Kevin, authentic Aiden, keep your eyes on the prize to keep it from fading.
Judicious Joanna,
Marvelous Mahogany,
sagacious Stephen,
joyful Jalen,
be the vision that is never mistaken.
ambitious Abram,
Selfless Saida,
virtuous V,
don't let others misshape who you are to be.
capable Christopher,
Hopeful Henry,
Scholarly Sean,
Use your mind as your wand.
Dedicated Devin,
Rare Rashawn.
Chivalrous Christian.
Fearless Franz.
Run your own race. The winner is also bronze.
Blissful Brittany.
Amiable Mari.
Jovial John.
Keep moving and rising with each dawn.
Navigable Nayeli.
Altruistic Angelic Adolfo.
Brilliant Brandon.
Meticulous Michael.
Eager Stephanie.
Keep the right company, those who allow you to grow yet be.
Bashful Blanca.
Clever Christian.
Supportive Shamel.
Bold Brian.
Knowledgeable Corray.
Take it all day by day.
Easygoing Evelyn.
Admirable Angel.
Keen-eyed Karen.
Jocular Julius is only on the up and up. Keep a reminder to always fill your cup.
So before the Kool and the Gang Summer Madness kicks in, remember you are built to win. Allow life to push you towards your purpose, although life can be like a Ringling Brothers circus. Always keep reaching and don't stop believing. Life is sculpting the ever-growing and forming work of art that you are. Marvel has shown us, because of growth, unlike villains, heroes always go far. So when accused of being the tortoise and not the hare, slow and steady like this spoken word, always has better stories to share. Live for you and not too fast. Dare to be different and live in the contrast. En la cueva en la que temes entrar se encuentra el tesoro que buscas. In the cave you fear to enter lies the treasure you seek. Nothing is quite the same once you're a hero. You're now on a winning streak. Farewell, 25. Farewell, Miss Barrett, 28 years. And farewell, iMeck Academy. Let the tears of joy fall like a faucet leak. Congratulations on entering the iMeck Hero Hall of Fame. This right here is just a sneak peek. Congratulations, class of 2025.
Congratulations.
I will now reintroduce Principal Wyrick for the presentation of diplomas. It's time.
Graduates, parents, and guests, I ask that you stay in your seats during the presentation of diplomas. Pictures can be taken from your seat. Please minimize cheering and applause until all of the names have been called so that the family of the next graduate will be able to hear their name. There will be an opportunity at the end of the ceremony for all the cheering and applauding you wish to bestow upon this graduating class. At this time, I ask all supporting staff to please take your place for the presentation of diplomas.
Marta Esteban Analco Llanes. Carla Belinda Anariba Martínez. Mariela Berenice Argueta Quevedo. Josiah Marquise Baxter. Jaslyn Pamela Bonilla Canales. Brandon Lee Borga. Zuleima Carvajal Rojas. Nayeli Chacón Andrade. Zaida Yulisa Contreras Martínez. Kevin Cruz Ramírez. Adam Moisés Espitia Álvarez. Joana García Lima. Mahogany Michelle Hayden. Steven Alexander Enriquez Argueta. Jalen Simone Hicks. Abram Lamar Horn. Zaida Marianela Jerónimo López. Vi Lan Le. Christopher Stefan Little. Henry Omar López Portillo. Sean Tabatzwa Meregetze. Devin Jesús Márquez. Rashawn Deonta Martin. Cristian Iván Mejía Maldonado. Franz Clayton Menchú Domínguez. Brittany Alexa Miranda Moreno. Amari Deshaun Neely. John Wen. Nayeli Yasmín Orellana Méndez. Adolfo Pérez Torres. Brandon Ponce Hernández. Michael José Ramírez Moreno. Stephanie Aurora Reséndiz Montiel. Blanca Araceli Reyes Membreño. Cristian Noel Reyes Villatoro. Shamel Rivera Tejada. Brian Rodríguez. Corey Say Shark. Evelyn Torres. Ángel Mauricio Umansur Santos. Karen Lisette Vázquez Bermúdez. Julius Amari Walker.
Stage guests, please be seated. Congratulations, parents and guests. In just a moment, we ask that you remain seated as our graduates recess out of the auditorium. They will happily greet you outside of the building. Graduates, please stand. By the authority vested in me as principal of iMeck Academy at Cochran, by the North Carolina Department of Public Instruction and the Charlotte-Mecklenburg Board of Education, I pronounce you graduates of iMeck Academy, class of 2025. You may now turn your tassel.